How to put your child to sleep. Gonna need some chloroform and a rag. Hey y'all, it's Phil from Monte Cristo, and this is how to change your oil in a 2019 Subaru Outback. Alright, so we're under the car, and something that I realized at the end of the oil change process was that you can get to the oil drain plug without having to take the skid plate off. Subaru conveniently designed like this little access hole so that you can still get to it without having to take this thing off, because it is a major pain to take it off. Just putting this at the front of the video under the car, and you see it without a skid plate. That's because I realized this at the end of the video, because I just got this car. You will need pliers, a ratchet with a 12 socket and a 14 socket oil catch pan, or something to catch the oil with, 0W20 oil, filter, get those AutoZone Advance, whatever's closest to you, a screaming child with too much energy, and a lovely wife to get you through the day. So here's under the hood of the Subaru. This is the oil dipstick. Gonna clean it off, then we'll put it back in, then we'll take it out and check the oil level before we let out the old oil. So that's not a great sign. We're not in between these two dots, and that means we're at least a quart low. So that is the bolt for the oil pan. So we're gonna take that out. Our catch pan right under it to catch the oil. Gonna need a ratchet with the 14 socket. All right, so while that's draining out, we can take the filter off. This is the filter. This is where we're gonna put in oil. If you don't know what kind of oil, the oil's type's written on the cap, 0W20. The only thing is, I don't know where this oil is going to go from the filter once it comes out, so we'll find out. And that's exactly the way an oil filter should come off. You should be able to get it off with your hands. Like, because if you can't get it off with your hands, then it's on there too tight. Like somebody put it on too tight. But all you got to do is just put some oil on the rubber seal and hand tighten it on, but not too much. This is one thing I love about Subarus, is the filter is on top. It's like, it's easily accessible. It's great. Good job, Subaru. All right, so while the oil's draining out, like, we're gonna check some basic things on the car, just making sure everything else is doing well. So the first thing we'll check, we're gonna go in kind of like a horseshoe, check the master cylinder, the brake fluid. The color in general looks pretty good, and the times I've driven this car, that's not coming out. All right, whatever. You can kind of see that it's yellow. So if it's like dark or black, that's generally a bad sign. Like, unless you just change the brake fluid and the fluid's still dark, then then it doesn't really matter about the color. But I think the brakes are good. Brake fluid's good. Washer fluid, can't see it from here. It's down in there, but yeah, can't really tell. Coolant, it's at the low level, which is good right now. Battery, I don't have a battery tester, but if I did, I would test the battery. But the car's been starting up fine, no electrical issues or signs of fading, so pretty sure the battery is good. I believe this has electrical power steering, not fluid power steering like they used to. I guess they don't do that anymore. But serpentine belt looks good, no cracks or anything like that. Air filter, let's see, good way to test it is like hold it up to the sun. Light's coming through, that's a good sign. Plus I don't see like very much. There's like some dust in here, but lights coming through, so I think we're good. Check the tire tread. Tread's pretty good. Looks even, and like there's some depth between the treads, so that's good. Try to look like all around the tire just to see like if there's any like uneven wear and tear on it, or look for screws or anything like that. But the tire pressure monitors have been good, so that's good. It's kind of hard to see the brakes, brake pads from here. These calipers are pretty thick, so that's kind of hard to tell. One thing you want to feel for like for the tread, you want to feel for like this little bump here is when the tread wears down, and this bump is the same level as the tread, then that means it's time to get new tires. All right, so now that the oil's done draining, we can put the cap back on, or the plug back in. Before you put the plug back in, the drain plug back in, just make sure the washer goes back on it, or replace the washer or whatever. I mean, unless it like looks broken or beat up, you don't really have to replace it. But just make sure you put it back on there, because otherwise it's gonna leak oil. Hand tighten first. All right, so we're at the top of the car now. Take the new filter out with a little plastic.
A bolt and a nut.
Now, take some oil,
Okay.
like from the old filter, and just rub it around the filter seal. All right, now we're gonna put the filter on. I forgot to mention, you'll need a funnel for, I mean, you don't need one, but it helps pouring the oil in. The Subaru calls for 5.1 quarts of oil. They only sell them in 5 quarts, so it's kind of annoying, but we're just gonna pour 5 quarts in and then check the oil level and see how it does. All right, cap's on, filter's on, and we're good down below. Let's start it up. Give it a little gas. I just aim for like 3,000 RPMs, keep it at that for a little bit. All right, so the way you're supposed to change the oil light, or like to turn off the oil light, is like you come to this screen in the car. This is not typically how you reset oil lights on cars. Like, and there's a bunch of different versions, but in general, they usually involve something like with this front screen here and the buttons on the steering wheel. But this car, it's has to do with like where the radio thing is, or whatever this is called nowadays. So you go to this home screen, and maybe if you just press home, yeah, home screen, car info, maintenance, and I don't know what happened with my car, but there's no, there should be like, change the oil, something here that says like, something related to changing the oil here, but it's not there obviously, so, but apparently you have to delete it and then add it back in. So we're gonna add an event, engine oil, and I've seen like people put like 3,000 miles in this, and that's for like conventional oil. That's the only reason I would understand why you would put 3,000 miles. Like, that's kind of frequent. But you know, this car, it has to take synthetic, like 0W20. They only make that in synthetic, so that's at least 5,000 miles that you should get out of that. And like some oil companies boast like 7,500 miles, so that's what we're gonna put, and because I want this to last. And if it doesn't last, like, that's just pretty poor. Yeah, anyway, 7,500 miles. Next, finish. If you want to play it safe, put 5,000 miles. No, we're not contacting the dealer. That's the whole reason I'm making this video, so people don't have to go to the dealer. Yeah, so yeah, it normally should be something in here where, like, see, that's the event at 7,500 miles, delete event, then you add it back in or something. So that's how you reset the oil light on the 2019 Subaru Outback. All right, so after you turn the car off, you want to let it settle for like a minute or two before you check the oil level. So it's been like a minute or two, and we're gonna check the oil level. So wipe it off, put it back in. All right, yeah, we're good. See the line there? Yeah, like 5 quarts is enough for changing the oil in this car. But just don't forget to take it out. Cap on it. And you can take it to any AutoZone or Advance or Napa or whatever. Most places will take recycled oil. Close the hood.
You say like?
All good.